Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever thought about this? Why do you think more than 39 times I read the Bible, they talk about the eagle? And even the American people believe in the eagle and they use the eagle as their emblem. Why do you think great people think about the eagles? I was also wondering, and as I was thinking about this, I went into research, just know this special thing about eagles that makes them different from the rest of the birds. You know, I was reading somewhere and I got this very powerful quote that those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength and they shall mount up in wings like eagle. Again, I found somewhere that there are 4 living creatures in the throne. And then I was just wondering, the 4th creature is actually having the head of an eagle. So I want to present to you some characteristics of the eagle that makes it special. Number 1, do you know that eagles are the only birds who are scientifically proven to be having a vision that they can be so far away above the sky but still sight a very tiny rodent down here? Don't you think that you can learn something from that? Don't you think that it doesn't matter where you are, that you could have visions that sometimes scare you? You know, vision is what separates you from the rest of the other people. And no matter how far you are in life, no matter how young, old you are, if you don't have a vision, you can never amount to anything. So get yourself a vision as strong as that of an eagle. The second thing I learned about an eagle that really inspired me is that eagles test before they trust. You know, it's very easy to just trust anyhow. Maybe you're thinking of a business partner and the guy next door comes to you and tells you, you know, I'm good in this area, and you want to trust them immediately. But I realized something about the eagles. Look at this. This is what they do. Before an eagle met with another eagle, they practice something very weird. And I'm going to give you the story. What they do, the female eagle picks a twig, jumps with the twig very far away and lets it down. And the male eagle will go after the twig as it goes down. And before it falls down, the male eagle has to pick the twig and take it back. And if this happens successfully at least 7 times, then the female eagle trusts the male eagle to sleep with him. So I was thinking about this. Ladies, before you trust that guy to just go around and spend your time with him and exercise your wife duty to him, why not just test them and you realize that maybe they are able at ducking the twig or they're not? Because most people just fall in love because it's good to fall in love. I would really tell you this without any fear of contradiction. You need to test before you trust, because it's important. The other thing that is so amazing about the eagles is that eagles prepare for a test. They prepare their kids, their eaglets, they prepare them so very well. And I want to tell you how they do it. You know, before an eagle lays its nest somewhere, they have to go down, pick huge long twigs and put it somewhere very cold. Mark that, very cold. Then they go down, pick grass and put on top of the twig. Then they go out again, look for clothes, cotton and different things and put them on there. Then they do something very bizarre. They go and get thorns and put it on top of the nest. Then after that, they take cotton and put on top of the thorns. Then guess what? They lay the first 2 eggs. And because they are tested before trusting the male, both of them will be responsible for taking care of the eggs up to the point of hatching, where they become eaglets. Then look at what happens. After this process continues, the eagles does something after the eaglets come out. The mother eagle, you know, beautifully enough, they fly and they are known to be flying birds. They are called the king of the sky. But did you know that eaglets fear flight? Did you know that eaglets don't want to fly? Why is this necessary? So they are going to put the thorns there such that when the eaglets are ready to fly, they do something else. They start ripping off the cotton. And as they rip off the cotton, something strange happens. The mother eaglet does something. Wait, I want to tell you what it does. Imagine having ripped off all the cotton out of the nest. The eaglets are now left with two options: either to stay inside the thorny nest, or to come out of the nest and stay on a cold, remember we talked about the cold place where they put their nest, on a cold place. So you have two choices: either you get into the thorn and you be pricked, or go into the cold place. Then the mother eagle puts the eaglets on her wings and flies with them far above the sky. And guess what she does? She throws them out. And who is watching? Your guess is as right as mine. The father eagle is watching up there. But because she had tested and tried the father, so the father can do the duckling, so it will fly going after the eagles. And before they fall down, picks them again, because they are trained to do this. Then take them up again. And this will happen until the baby eagles start saying, oh my God, I'm going to die. I have to train myself to fly. Oh, they talk to each other. Can we try? Can we try? Then the mother say, do this. I don't know whether they talk, but I think that's what they do. But then amazingly, the eagles start flying. So look at it. Could it be that your first flight towards your destiny has been marred by comfort zone? Could it be that you are very comfortable? The cotton around your nest is making you feel warm and you don't want to fly. Maybe the situations that you are going on around your life today is simply happening so that you could learn how to fly. Maybe your creator is removing all the cottons and leaving you with thorn so that you can learn how to fly. And maybe also he's removed you out of your thorny place to a very cold place where you feel like, what the heck is this? He's simply wanting you to fly. But unless you accept to take the courage to fly, listen, sometimes you don't have to know how to do something. You simply need to jump and develop your wings as you fall down. Have you ever heard that eagles renew their strength? You know, I was also thinking about this, and it struck me this. Eagles live for 70 years. They're the only birds that live that long. But then, something funny is that the first 40 years of their life is lived with courage, confidence, and the power to fly. They know how to get their own food, and remember, they don't just eat any kind of food, they eat fresh food. Maybe a challenge for you. Just don't listen to anything that comes your way. Feed your spirit some fresh food. Get yourself into some concept that is going to inspire you to the next level. Maybe you could be as beautiful as the eagles. But then, the first 40 years, they live that way. But then at the 40th year, something happens that leaves the bird with two very traumatizing choices. Either to continue living for the next 30 years or to die. So, the eagle has to make the decision to either continue living or to die. But this is the only other way to continue living. The eagle has to go up above somewhere very cold and does the very most bizarre things I've ever heard about. Number one, the eagle will remove all the feathers off its body. Having removed that, it will go and use its beak, hit it on the rock until it falls down. Then later, it will go down and start looking up to the sky, to the sun, until the scales in its eye falls down. And as this happens, I was imagining, what could this be signifying? Are you talking too much? Are you too negative about your future? Maybe it's time to just remove the beaks off your body and remove the feathers of the weight of the things that are happening around you, the confusions of trying to please everybody. You're living your life for other people. It's a time that you remove the feathers that are weighing you down from your flight. Then lastly, could it be that it could be interesting enough to look up back to your creator and tell him, oh, you know, I want to meditate on this. I want to live again. I want my vision to be fresh again. I want to live for the next 30 years, because that's what the eagle has to do. Then after so many days, close to 150 days in the same situation, the eagle renews back its youth and it starts flying again. Maybe it's time to just pull out, get out of the crowd, go somewhere, meditate upon the things that you really, really believe in. And maybe from there, you can be the best you can ever be and fly for the next 30 years. Last but not least, great people, did you know that eagles don't run away from the storms? That's the last thing I want to talk about. Eagles face storms. You know, storms are going to come your way. The rest of the other birds does something. Whenever a storm comes towards the east, all the birds will fly towards the west, so that when the storm comes, they don't face the storm. But I love something about the eagles. Whenever storm comes from the east, they fly towards the east. And when they arrive inside the storm, they don't struggle with the storm. They spread their wings and sleep in the storm. And guess what? They don't fight with the storm. It's time to just rest and get themselves comfortable inside the storm. And something happens as the storm keeps beating them, the storm keeps hitting them, the storm will swallow them up, 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 and above the storm. And now guess what? When they are up above the storm, the rest of the birds who had flew away from the storm are being rained on, but the guy who decided to face the storm now is above not only the storm, but also the rain. How do you behave when you're met with circumstances and situations? What if you're told you're suffering from a permanent illness? What do you do when you've lost all your business connections and all the money that you ever put your trust on is gone? What would you do? How do you behave when everything goes bizarre? It's a time you need to sleep in the storm, and don't let the storm break you. Because someone said that what didn't kill you only made you stronger. Maybe the storm has come to make you stronger, to reveal some qualities and characteristics in you that you did not know existed before. And I want you to face every storm, every challenge that you're going through right now. I want you to face it as if this is the only thing I can do. Because peradventure, the storm would swallow you above it and you'll fly up there. And whenever you fly up there, guess who you will meet? You will meet fellow eagles. So why are you trying to fit in when you're created to stand out? Look for the fellow eagles and fly above the storm and enjoy the flight. Spend your time with quality people. And maybe that storm that never broke you down made you stronger, and from here, because of that, you're going to be better than ever before. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I want you to do me a favor. Just go down there, there's my number, give me a call. Or maybe just go down there and just press on that button. It's red and it's called subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And just do, last but not least, do me this favor. Share this video. Maybe someone, a friend or a relative, is waiting for this video. And after watching this video, they will be able to be inspired. I'm Renewal once again. I want you to just go to my website, send me a message. We will keep talking. And you never know, maybe your fellow eagle. We will spend our time together. Thank you. Cheers.